we were talking about trying to leave and go to the yoga clan. Cora went to say thanks and goodbye to Thurai. Nim went to see Navorn. I wrote in my notes, Navorn is, as usual, a total douche. Um, but there was some more like meeting of the mindsy type conversation where like Navorn tried to actually connect with Nim a little bit and sort of opened up about feeling like nobody cares where he is and stuff like that. Um, he asked Nim to be more cautious and prepared, which is probably like, hey, I love you, please don't die, but he didn't say that. Um, and he gives some very good sage advice about relying on the party that all of us hope that Nim listens to, and then he doesn't. And then he also tells us that we should, or he tells Nim to tell us that we should talk to Thurai because she knows about Captain Ahab and that whole area. Um, so we plan to go do that. But while we're sort of like on the way there, Im had run out away from us. So we were like, oh, we'll give them some time. And then Thurai came to get us while we were eating. Um, and was like, your child is hitting on me, and also she's a teenager now. um so so we had the talk with Im. So she learned about some details and also like consent and like picking your partners carefully. And she just was a teenager about it. And she does go back to talk to Thorai, and we sort of just kind of try and trust her and not be too freaked out about that. But we still haven't talked to Thurai about Captain Ahab. Um, while we're hanging out, we cast legend lore on the prophesied one for the Shifter clans, which the prophecy says the prophesied one was given to the world by the stars, and that all shifters. I can't read my own handwriting. Something about uniting the clans, um, and that the child will experience untold losses to become their true self and rise above. Sounds like Lowell to me. Um, Thurai tells us that Im has some sort of possible mind control-ish powers, that like she either tried to charm Thurai or that she has some way to lower people's inhibitions, which is super dangerous and we totally didn't handle um because we got distracted by the fact that Im had talked to Navorn and was kind of a douche to him. So yeah, we also all kind of said in front of Nim that we don't really like Navorn, which was not a great look. Um, and then yeah, so we're like, hey, don't be an asshole to Navorn, even though he's a douchebag. No, and Cora talk, they hook up. That's not a big deal. We'll move on from that. Um, Im goes and talks to Nim. Um, she wants him to renew his promise to stop her if she loses it or like turns back into a dragon. Um, that she's scared that Navorn might be right about her. Um, so she's like, hey, show me the moment that Noah turned me into a baby. And they do that. Im runs away from Nim while invisible. So Nim wants to get her out of there, drops invisibility, dimension doors over to her and gets her out. But in the meantime, the Fates show up and try and snip her threads or whatever. And they show up 19 days in the future. But when that happens, Cora gets the feeling that Im is dead. So the rest of the party that's not Nim and Im, spend 19 days wandering around the manor thinking that Im might be dead and wondering when they'll come back. And then they do, like, their timelines meet up. Korshana really almost kills Nim, but doesn't, yells at him a lot. Memory walks with him. And Nim hasn't apologized yet to anybody. That's it. That's my recap. I told you I took notes. I heard a lot of bedings in my ears.
There were indeed a lot of bedings in your ear.
Yeah, y'all were busy.
Indeed.
You can't be an asshole away from Nim. What's Nim has not apologized to what a dick. It's not okay. The comment about Im being an asshole to Navorn and the comment about Navorn being a douchebag are in my notes, but I did not call Nim a dick in my notes. It's not written down, it's just implied.
Doesn't need to be written down. It can definitely be implied.
I did write that he's making excuses. I didn't say that out loud.
Well, that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we ended midday.
Mm-hmm.
So what's everybody doing? Don't let everybody speak up at once.
I mean, I'll go. I'm trying to give other people an opportunity to go first because I always go first, but I will if nobody else wants to. V?
I don't know.
Got him.
Okay, I seems like you all want me to go first. I will. No one is protesting. I guess it's me, Sai.
All right.
I'm gonna go talk to Navor.
On your own?
Yeah. I'll tell the party where I'm going, I guess. I'm just gonna tell them I'm gonna go thank him for his hospitality. I mean, obviously Nim's not there. I'm talking to Noah and Lowell only.
Yeah. She says that she's gonna go thank him for his hospitality and stuff. Lowell would go.
Yep, let's all go then.
Just kidding. Everybody goes.
I mean, whatever.
We do that.
And of course, I was not gonna run away. She's at half speed right now. She literally can't get away from you guys. Like she's like dragging herself off the couch and like shuffling down the hallway, just like, okay, I can do this.
We need to get her a walker.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, I just need a good night's sleep.
I mean, you all end up in the front of the study doors. There are guards chilling there. They look kind of bored.
I knock on the door.
Enter.
I do that. Yeah. We do that.
Okay. Navorn
Does he say anything, or does he just stare
Sorry?
at us? Does he say anything?
I mean, you all enter the room. He's currently at his half desk looking over some notes and has some papers, and he just looks up from his desk at the three of you.
Part of the intrusion, we just wanted to take the time to say thanks for your hospitality.
You are welcome. We're looking after my son, so I feel it only prudent to take care of your needs when you are here.
It's yeah, I'm aware I wasn't the best guest, so I may not be from a place with manners like this, but my mama taught me better than to float around someone's house for 3 weeks like a ghost, wailing at every moment. So
You also were in a moment of what seemed to be desperation.
I
Not much
was.
was obvious.
Weren't
You
you?
didn't exactly destroy anything, so I didn't see them being that big of a deal.
Okay. Sorry. Weren't you?
Weren't I what?
I mean, Em is my daughter, but she's not my daughter. She wasn't the only person missing.
He kind of puts the paper down that he had in his hand and just leans back. Was I concerned about my son's well-being? Yes, obviously. I am his father. But I've also come to terms with the fact that there is basically little I can do. He's using powers and abilities that are far beyond my comprehension. And I barely have a team left. Even on our good days, we were lucky when we found him the first time. The only thing I could do is just hope that he would come back safe and sound.
So you're just used to it.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
It's hard to imagine.
It may surprise you that there was a time I was not.
That would surprise me.
That we would spend days or weeks trying to figure out where he went, even stopping what current quest we were doing, much to the annoyance of my Deva.
My guide got pretty pissed at me this few weeks as well. Do you think I'm the only one who's surprised by that?
In which your guide was upset at you for not continuing to do what they want to do?
Sorry. I'm really tired. I apologize. No, do you think that Nim knows that that's true? What you said to me about looking for him and being scared for him?
Why would he not?
Did you tell him?
I've told him this countless times over the years.
When was the last time you told him? He can be kind of dense.
Repetition is powerful.
Can't say I do recall the specific last time, but I will say that there was a point where I felt like he just stopped listening.
Why? Why do you think he stopped listening?
I don't know.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but
Hey, what's up?
what would hey, what's up? Um,
Sorry,
What
man.
would you do if? What would you do if Nim never came back?
I don't know. I try not to think about it.
Yeah, I get that. You can't always be there, and constantly worrying would drive anyone mad, right?
Something to that effect, yes.
Well, I know that the circumstance that we came upon your hospitality again was less than ideal, and I hope that next time we can come visit on our own terms.
I hope so too.
We'll do everything in our power to keep them safe.
Hard as he makes it.
I'm going to say something, and I know this is not something you're going to want to hear from me. Be careful with your child. She's going to say something that's going to piss people off. And I'm not sure you're ready for that.
Well, I think part of parenting is telling your kids what is right and wrong to say, right? I mean,
Yes.
I'll take that advice to heart and I'll do my best.
I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He goes back to looking at the stuff on his desk.
His half desk.
Yep.
He's only looking at half of his stuff.
Looking at half the stuff on his half desk.
Yeah. He's only
Thinking about it.
Oh, damn it. I was literally about to say that. Bex
I
is only
make
ready
a
down
last-
half of her notes.
Do I make a last comment as I walk out the door or not?
Oh,
Ugh.
come on.
If you do, don't half-ass it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. On the way out the door, Cora's gonna say over her shoulder, how do I want to phrase it?
I don't know. How do you want to phrase it?
Phrasing.
He's just trying to make you proud, so if you are, you should probably tell him. And I'll just keep walking.
Bex is not the only one who can make knocking noises, apparently.
I guess we walk out.
Korshana has enough presence of mind to notice that one of the guards looks like he saw a ghost. And she's occupied. Where's my dinner, Brett? You said you were going to make it tonight. Why didn't you make it tonight? I want to have my dinner. Get some pasta. Maybe we have some
No,
cookies.
Patrick's here. Say hi, Patrick.
Hello! Hello, people!
They like saw me on video talking, even though I'm on mute. Yeah, relax. Sorry, what were you asking me?
I wasn't asking you anything. I was telling you. I was painting you a picture. It
I'm
was
so
nice
sorry.
and
Someone
beautiful,
walked into my
and
house.
now the moment's gone.
I don't have control over everything. Paint me the picture again, Silent. Tell me.
You're walking out the door and you have enough presence of mind, even though you're not great. One of the guards looks like he's hyperventilating at this point. And trying his best to like hold it back, but is struggling really bad.
Like almost laughing, or all scared that Navorn's gonna
Scared
tear
that
the house
Navorn's
apart.
about to bust that down that door.
Yeah. Well, me too. I share an empathetic feeling silently with this guard who's panicking as I leave.
So, are you like gripping Noah's hand in a death grip right now, just like needed to say,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I'm gonna die."
A little bit. A little bit.
No.
Or maybe it's fine.
I mean, you could say that Koroshana is the better half, anyways.
Thank you.
So we were halfway down the hall.
I can make another hand.
Ah, Nim, you're missing out. All right. What do you guys do? Where do you go?
Mm.
Well,
Just
should we meet back up with Nim? Talk to Therai. Finally.
hopefully,
Probably talk to Thorai.
yeah, we should. Hopefully, nothing else happens.
Famous last words.
I feel like Koroshana almost would like smack Lowell upside the head just for saying that.
She's too tired. She's too tired.
This is my option right here.
She makes Noah do it for her. Babe, smack him for me. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that.
Hey, why you gotta say that?
Don't talk to my woman like that.
Yeah.
If only we had the information that we should talk to Therai.
I mean, let's go do it.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
get this
okay.
out of the way, y'all. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What's Nim doing?
Nim's having popcorn.
He's been avoiding them so far.
Okay.
I know where he is, but as long as nobody goes looking for him, I don't have to tell anybody.
Cast see invisibility.
He's not invisible.
Yeah, put that in the spell storing ring so you can have it up for 8 hours.
I mean, do we really know that? There's multiple precedent. No, he won't do that.
Find Therai. She's in the lounge area. Enjoying some fine wine.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
That's all right.
What do I owe this pleasure? Everyone.
Yeah, I don't know where he is right now, but
Oh, good. I was concerned this is going to be something of like a party intervention or something.
hopefully it hasn't come to that yet. But
Well,
uh,
if you haven't got to that point yet, you truly haven't lived as a party.
We've done therapy, like 3 days of therapy. Does that count?
Really? Wow.
I told him.
About each other.
Yeah, that feels like a long time ago.
That's impressive.
I'm kind of ready for our second session.
Yeah.
Therapy? Well,
that's
This isn't just
kind of out of our way to go back there, though.
Well, I hope you guys booked in advance. I hear they get pretty hard to get in there.
we've got
Our
friends,
therapist
you know.
is pretty custom.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, didn't we come here for a specific reason? I can't remember.
Right.
Fine.
Nim had actually mentioned that you might have some information that can help us. We're going to the try and see the yoga clan up north, and
Yoga clan. Jog my memory a little more than that.
they're
Some-
another shifter clan.
Ah, yes. Where?
Up north.
Up north. Up north.
It was
I know there was one I think was over west.
yeah, it's like west and north. It's somewhere cold.
Near Icehaven? That's more west
But-
than
Yeah.
it is north.
Between Bice's Teal and Icehaven.
Oh. You guys are going to Bicey Teal, huh?
No, we're gonna come in from the south, I think.
Ah. Good.
Through the Amber Crossroads.
Obviously.
Ah.
Gotta stop the Amber Crossroads.
I wonder what's there.
All right.
The right probably knows. We should just ask her.
Fighting pits.
That's
Do they have any?
Oh, plenty. Darling, the Amber Crossroad lives and breathes on fighting pits. That's why people go there.
Is it a famous one though?
Not really.
It's about
If you want the famous fighting pits, you're gonna have to go to the coast.
which coast?
The Menagerie Coast, of course. You gotta understand the Amber Crossroads has a lot of hustle and bustle, but it's still pretty small time. Like you're not gonna get the primo deals there. You're gonna go there, you're gonna fight a few people, you're gonna make some money. You might probably make a name for yourself, but like I've seen how you guys are. If Lowell walks up into a fighting pit in the Amber Crossroads, you're gonna scare people away. They're not ready to fight somebody like you.
Oh, lame.
Well, the hope was that we don't show people how scary Lowell is.
Ah, might do better then.
How does reputation from each fighting pit spread pretty well?
Depends on how well you do. If you go over there and wipe the floor out of everybody in Amber Crossroads, oh yeah, your name's gonna go all across the realm.
Weren't we trying to ask about a shifter clan though?
But yeah, we heard something about a Captain Ahab.
Look at that whole car. It's bullshit.
No, do I just want to tell us?
Sorry, it's just funny that you're like, so about Captain Ahab. Bye.
I'm listening. I'm right fucking here, man.
Is she?
Prove
I don't
it.
know where she is. This voice is just coming out of nowhere. There's nothing there, guys.
Shauna has collapsed onto the floor. She's exhausted.
Yes. So, the yoga clan. Okay, now it's coming back to me a little bit. So, when we went up to Ice Haven to deal with their dragon problem, one of the issues we had was that it was in pretty undefensible areas. Like it's even as a pretty high level party, it's hard to deal with creatures that can fly around all the time. So we learned that there was a group of individuals, Shifter Clan as you have it, that lived on a relatively unhospitable island up to the northwest of Ice Haven and had some sort of magic that helped protect them from aerial combatants. So the downside is we had to sail there through not terrible waters, but not the most hospitable, right? Frozen area, ice chunks all over the place. hidden dangers underneath the waters. So we had to find a captain who would sail us there, and Captain Ahab is that man. A little crazy, but he means well. Just don't get him talking about the White Devil. He'll just go on and on about that.
What's the White Devil?
I just said not to tell him about it.
Well, that's why I'm
That's
asking
why
now,
we're
so we don't.
But the less you know, the better. Because then you're going to ask him about it, Mr. Curiosity.
But what is it? You can't just bring it up and not talk about it.
They're both extremely curious, Thry. This is a dangerous thing to say.
Why would you do that?
Tell you what.
That's so mean.
I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it, and I didn't really do much research on it because it never really was a problem. But if you ask him and he goes on a rant, don't say I didn't warn you.
So if we want to hear this rant, then we bring it up.
Yep.
Great.
Speaking of opportunities for him to say something rude.
Not great.
Well, she and I can hang out somewhere else because I'm really curious.
So I was streaking the whole game.
But he spends most of the time in Ice Haven, usually in the salty spittoon. He doesn't have many people that take him up on his offer to go gallivanting across the I don't know, I'm sure they have a name, but I can't see one right now. The ocean that's to the northwest of them, trying to track down this White Devil. My hunch is it's actually one of the people in the yoga clan, because that would be hilarious to be. But we didn't find anybody, and we didn't bother it, so anyways.
We don't have to agree to help him find it to get him to take us to the shifters, do we?
No.
We can just pay
Pay
him.
him a shit ton of money so he can do whatever the fuck he wants with it.
Gotcha.
We've done him a pretty good solid in terms of just keeping his stuff in really good repair. So if you mention Vorden's name, I think he actually might remember Nim when he was much, much younger. He might just do you guys a solid and get you there. I don't recommend any other way of getting there, even teleporting.
What's bad about teleporting?
I don't recommend it.
But why?
Because I don't think it'll work.
Because of the same aerial defense thing?
If you teleported into the middle of a mountain, what would happen?
You'd get assuming you're not talking about like you accidentally make it inside a cavern. Like if you're actually inside rock, you'd get shunted out.
And if you don't make it all the way out, what happens?
You die.
Yeah. How do you know somebody died to that?
You don't.
Yeah. So my advice is don't teleport.
Well, we're gonna walk, and maybe they'll have a tree there, and then we'll be able to get back whenever we want, guys. It's fine.
So you don't mean like Ice Haven in general. You just mean don't teleport. Period.
Yes.
Oh.
There to them.
I wish Nim were here. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, thanks, Thry.
Yeah,
That's
thank
really
you.
helpful.
Of course.
We'll excuse ourselves so that she can venture along.
Did you guys make sure everybody's got clothes? warm clothes and everything?
Did we did that before, I think,
Mhm.
before we left Rex and Trim.
I'm sorry, no matter what, I'm gonna fight
That's
it.
out of character. I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah, since that does it, and it's
Okay,
hilarious
then
because
yes. She says yes.
Either does.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh
if Im
shit,
has
yeah,
it.
Im's
Is that
tiny.
before or
Im-
after your child decided to have a random growth spurt?
Oh yeah,
we
we should probably fix that problem.
we do have one who
Now, I will point out, she specifically came to me to find new clothing, and she was able to fabricate it. Very oddly enough.
Oh, so she can just make herself warm clothes.
I think so.
Like with magic, or she's just skillful?
Don't take this the wrong way. I wasn't paying that much attention considering what she was doing at the time.
Okay. Sorry for everything you had to go through.
Somebody should cover Lowell's ears.
why?
What's she gonna say? I'm covering Lowell's ears.
Poor kid, you just can't traumatize him, you know?
Oh, you're not gonna tell us anything else? Okay, I'll let him go.
When in doubt, you gotta know when to pivot. So if I start playing mages,
I don't think this beer was a good idea, guys.
It was a great idea.
My thoughts are all over the place.
Yeah, last session I drank before I had dinner, and that was bad. I had to drink after I had dinner.
Yeah, you're right. After this session, I'll wash it down with another beer.
Yeah, perfect.
as opposed to a cooking game like we was.
There's nothing that fixes a beer problem with except more beer.
Yeah,
It's called Hair of the Dog, and it's real.
Probably less.
It's liquid bread. It's good for you.
And it's hard to keep track
Why
of
are you looking at me so skeptically? Like people made this thing up.
30 of your characters.
What?
Hair of the dog.
And
Yeah.
each character does one thing when the shelf.
You don't know about Hair of the Dog?
Oh,
It's when you drink in the morning after drinking all night, and drinking more makes your hangover go away.
Yeah. Put you in like a perpetual state of buzz.
I was once drunk for a whole week, and the way I survived was by drinking when I woke up. Just
Yeah,
once. I was
bad.
drunk for a whole
And what
week.
happens when you were done drinking?
It's like
I wanted to get on an
coffee.
airplane. Also, it's 20, so like I guess my liver just sort of bounced me back.
It's like coffee. You stop drinking coffee, your brain will be like, "Hey, stop that. Drink some more."
Pretty sure that I've blocked out the pain of what it felt like to stop being drunk after being drunk for a week.
You're still drunk, can't be hungover.
It's been 11 years, guys. I got a problem.
So wise, so wise. Hair of the dog or hair of dog?
Hair of the dog.
It's technically short for hair of the dog that bit you. Because you're like going back for more of the thing that's making you in pain. I think that's the...
Hair of dog sounds like something you would bring to an apothecary.
Right? Double, toil and trouble. Bring me hair of dog. Bring me hair of dog before midnight in 3 days' time.
Oh, so you just want more alcohol, God. This crazy lady.
Oh my god, this is quite the sidetrack. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, so where do you guys go?
I think we should figure out where Nim's been hiding.
Feel free.
And him.
It was in our room when we left.
Let's go find Nim first.
I wonder how many.
I'll just go back to our rooms.
Or you could talk to Nim.
Or Nim could talk to me.
Well, we can find him and that can happen.
Yeah.
Sure, you can find him, and then when he feels ready, he can come talk to me.
All right.
Oh, sorry, what the fuck do I owe him?
That's,
Like,
that's no. We'll
feel
That's
like
fair.
based on the amount of people that come through and how
Yeah.
especially the drive-up clinic, that needs to be.
I need a nap. I'll be in our rooms. I'll be easy to find, I promise.
You don't even, when you drive through, you don't even roll your window down.
Guess
Like, I remember-
starting to look for Nim.
Yep. Yeah. Noah is going to help.
You find him after 10 minutes. He's outside Keith's room.
Just standing there.
That's up to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
You're gonna go in?
No.
Mhm.
Do we know that's Keith's room?
I thought I have no idea.
I'm gonna say the two of you probably don't.
Yeah, I'd imagine if it doesn't have a name tag above it saying it's Keither's room,
Nope.
we probably don't.
It's got like a paper sign with macaroni that Nim made her when he was 5 that says Keither on
Yeah.
it.
Super easy to
Nah.
tell which room it is now.
Mm.
Whose room is that?
Keithras.
Oh.
Why are you just standing there?
No reason. Can I help you with something?
Oh,
How are you, Nim? How are you doing? What have you been thinking about since everything that's happened?
I feel like I should be asking you that, considering with M and all.
Well, I'm not sure about. Well, Korshana's still pretty mad.
yeah, you should probably apologize to her. The sooner the better would be a good idea, especially if we're going to be traveling. You should make sure you mean it too.
I know. I don't really know what to say to her, to either of you.
About what? What's there to say?
That it was a stupid thing to do.
Well,
I
that's
shouldn't-
It's a good start.
Are you sure you're not angry too, Noah?
I'm furious, Nick. I just don't show it the way that others might. I also want to give you the chance to apologize and explain for yourself. I'm trying to teach my daughter the importance of listening and forgiving and redemption.
Well, I want to promise that it won't happen again.
That what won't happen again?
Me putting him into danger like that in time or in general.
I don't think you can make that kind of promise because
I know.
you never know what's going to happen, but
I know, Lowell.
you can
Nim,
certainly promise to be more careful about it.
Nim, I think you're misunderstanding something about why I'm mad. Um, sure, him being in danger is uh, is pretty bad, but what was even scarier and more hurtful was that you didn't trust us enough to tell us. Um, I will give you credit for getting her out of there when things got bad, but uh, what I'd like you to promise is that you'll at least keep us in the loop so that if we don't think it's a good idea, we'll stop you.
Or at least let us know that something's happening, so if you disappear, we're not just assuming and most likely assuming the worst. Because the worst part of that was not knowing for sure what happened. We assumed you'd come back, but what if you didn't?
I think that Corshano is ready to accept that you might come back without him. Can you imagine 20 days of that kind of. It's the not knowing that was the hard part. I can't even promise that I'll keep him out of danger.
We go into a lot of danger. It would be impossible for us to promise each other that we'd keep her out of danger, but what we can do is we can promise to do our best.
Right. Exactly right.
I'll tell you before I do something like that again.
I understand you did it because she asked that she wanted to know, but I mean, it's ultimately your power, Nim, and you know best the what can go wrong. Him doesn't. But expect some anger, fire, and brimstone from Gorshana when you go talk to her.
Uh-huh.
I hope the Raven Queen's looking upon you favorably today.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm sorry we haven't been able to do anything about Keithra.
I don't know if there is anything that can be done. At least she's still here. Might not be the same Keithra, but I saw her, so it's something.
We'll try to do something. We just... It would be a suicide run to go there right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you need to find Gorshana, and not if, when you need to find Gorshana, she's resting in her room. The exhaustion might influence how she reacts to you. Just saying.
Are you saying that I should go there right away, or that I should wait because I'm getting a really mixed message right now?
I'm just saying it's gonna hurt either way.
The longer you wait is gonna make it harder.
Yes.
But also she's trying to sleep right now.
How about this? Let me just take you to her. I'll try to make sure she doesn't hurt you too bad.
You know what? It's fine. She kills me, I'll probably come back, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, we have a couple diamonds.
No more dying. Nope. Nobody's gonna do any more dying.
I don't think you get to decide that today.
Only one way to find out.
Just make sure to say you're sorry and don't think we should have to worry about it.
I would probably lead with that.
Yes.
Before even high coercion.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I like that all y'all are scared of her right now. It's really funny to me.
I was like, please apologize and appease Korshana. I have to sleep next to her.
Lowell's not scared of her. He's just scared of what she might do to Nim.
You don't
It's
have
like
to sleep next
legit.
to her.
You're legit talking like we've been together for fucking years. Even though it's been like a month. It's like, oh God, please, I don't want to deal with her. She's upset.
Am I wrong though?
I would like to think that besides the fact that she's an absolute fucking mess the whole time, she wasn't taking it out on Noah.
No, I know. He didn't think that at all. He's purely doing this for the benefit of the party dynamic.
Totally.
Noah's medical
Not the
room.
benefit of the bedroom dynamic, only the party. Got it.
Apparently that one's going just great.
It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, don't freeze. Your ass is off down there.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
There's a little wet out.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to Ice Haven too?
Sounds
They're
like
going
it.
to our garage where it's safe for them to enjoy each other's company without masks.
Oh, so nice Haven.
That phrasing.
Well, they should make sure to use protection.
Oh,
I
They're
don't know
going
what
to-
just happened.
they're going to Nice Haven.
I mean, I hope they would videotape it for you, Bex, so you can watch it later.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
I think
Patrick
Silas,
is my friend too. I'm sorry. I want to talk to him for 1 minute of my life.
we forgive you. See,
You're the
this is
one
how
that said they
sorry
were
it should be.
enjoying each other's company. I'm just saying.
I didn't even know he was coming. Okay, leave me alone. Okay. Sorry. They're leaving now, so I won't be distracted
Are
anymore.
you sure about that?
Do you want us to keep
Hopefully.
talking for a few more minutes?
I like to think that 10% of this is just making fun of whatever's happening on Bex's screen at whatever point in time.
10% is pretty generous.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I live with someone in 50 square feet of space.
Oh no, it's entertainment for me.
It's so fun. So we do that.
Great. It has been done.
Okay, cool.
When she got back to the room, Cora just put her ear to Im's door to make sure she's in there.
Yeah, she's in there.
Yeah, okay, I won't bug her. I'm just gonna go, like, I assume there's a couch in this common area. I'm gonna go
She has her own
hang
room.
out on it. No, I mean, like, so I imagine, like, a common room with, like, some couches and,
Yeah.
and a fireplace, and then, like, side rooms, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Cora's not gonna bug Im. She's just gonna hang out in the common area. She's not gonna put herself in her own room. No, she's gonna put herself in a public. So she wants to see Noah and Lowell again. So she's gonna. She's not trying to wall herself off from the party. She just feels like she
Just-
shouldn't have to go looking for Nim.
Sure. The comment made me think that she was like, that's it, she's done, she's out. Like, she's never coming back.
No, she's just resting because she's fucking tired and she wants to be near Im.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the three of you enter. Is she completely out?
No,
Okay. So you hear
she
them.
says hi when they walk in.
Hi. And Lowell's gonna nudge Nim forward.
Hey, we're both good. Amazing.
Cora's gonna beckon Noah to come sit with her.
Okay, he's gonna go sit.
Im will enter the common room as well, just to make this super awkward.
Wow.
Amazing. Let's go. Noah will sit at the couch. On the couch? In the couch.
Inside of it. Cora curls up next to Noah.
This is Noah's exact face right now.
I know it's making it really hard for me to do
No.
Let me get into serious character 1 second.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
I know.
Im snags a chair, has like spun it around, and is like, ooh. I know that face.
Go on, Nim.
I'm sorry, Korshana. For
Apologize to Noah already.
He's gonna look at Noah to see whether or not Noah considered what already happened to be an apology or not, or if he seems to think it wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nim
that's
said, "I'm
like, I mean,
sorry."
he's just looking
He
at him
straight
to.
up said, "I'm sorry." Nim said, "I'm sorry," straight up. He did.
Okay, go on. Sorry to interrupt.
I actually have to close this, sorry. It's gonna make it really hard otherwise. I told Noah and Lowell this, and I'll say it to you too. It was stupid of me to do that.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you were afraid of.
How do you mean?
Someone disappearing and there's nothing you can do about it for a long time. I know how that feels. I know what worrying about that is like. I wouldn't wish that on anyone else.
Fair enough.
And I shouldn't have. It shouldn't have happened to you.
Us, but yeah.
To any of you.
So what's next, Nim?
I don't really know. I promised that I would tell you the next time any other time I do something like that, to all of you, but I imagine you'll probably be going to Ice Haven and the Yoga Clan without me, so
What? Why would you think
When
that?
did we ever say that?
I just assumed after that.
Nim. Okay, you know what? You're leading right into the thing I was actually wanting to tell you. Because what hurts me the most is what happened. Yes, sure. But what also really hurts me is that I feel like you and I had just finally come to an understanding. I thought you were hearing me when I told you that we have your back and you're just as much a part of this family as anybody else. Because I thought you heard that. Because if you heard that, you would have thought to yourself, Im wants to know about her memories. Her mom has memory unlocking powers. Maybe that's a better way to do this. But you took matters into your own hands, like you always do. And I mean, it isn't just for me, but I know it was just for you. We just talked about this. Why do you think that we're going to leave you?
The reason I told you that you should make sure to apologize was so that it wasn't as awkward on the trip out there, not that we were leaving you.
I mean, confused look, but uh, I heard you. It was just after seeing everyone after that, your reactions, I just thought, I don't know. Sorry.
I'm not gonna apologize to you for getting angry because I feel it was warranted. But you showed me that you did everything you could to get her out of there the second you knew it was going south. What else can I expect or ask of you? Cora's actually going to look at him and say, this is why you have to find out why people hurt you before you hurt them back. Because Nim wasn't
Hold on,
trying to hurt
I don't want
us.
to interrupt it too much, but I missed the statement before then, or are you clarifying it right now?
Yeah, I'm going to clarify right now.
Sorry, go ahead.
Tell me if you need me to walk it back after I say the next thing, I guess. Nim wasn't trying to hurt me or your papa, but he did, and I was angry, and I wanted to hurt him. But I stopped, and I found out what happened, and I found out he wasn't trying to hurt me. If I had hurt him, I could never take that back.
But he has already hurt you, and he can't take that back.
Two
He
wrongs
didn't
don't
mean
make
to,
a
and he's
right.
apologizing. And that.
Sorry, I missed what V said.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Okay.
Just thought that point was salient, I suppose.
But if it wasn't Nim and if it was somebody else, I feel like you would just attack them.
If I did, would that be the right thing to do?
Why not? You're defending yourself and you're defending, well, me, I guess.
See, I did. And then I found out it was an accident, and that person was saving puppies for a living.
So Amy actually is like, sure, that's really weird. And I mean, but all right, I guess.
Well, being able to time travel in the first place is already pretty weird. It's hard to say, but for me, depending on what the outcome was, um, I don't know how I'd be able to react if you were not okay after it. But if it's somebody that I did not know um, that did this to you and you were not okay, I would probably burn them to a crisp um, because they have no right. Um, especially
Seems kind
because
of
usually,
extreme.
I disagree.
well, people who use that kind of power either know exactly what they're doing, and so they know what danger they're putting other people into, or they don't know what they're doing, and so they shouldn't involve other people because they don't know what danger they're putting them into. So
Em is
either
looking
way,
at him.
Yeah, so is Korshana.
What is Nim's expression? Please elaborate.
Oh boy.
Bob sweat.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
I like I told Nim, my my main issue was not that you went to the past, it's that you didn't tell us. Because if you had told us, we could have stopped you.
Or not been so scared while you were gone.
Does he have to ask every single time?
Yes. If it involves you, Im,
What if he
because
doesn't have a chance?
to
To ask you.
When are you
I would
talking
say
about,
don't
like,
do it then. I would say don't do it then.
Nim looks visibly upset.
time isn't something that should be messed with?
I'm sorry,
This is
Im, but
probably about the least bad it could have gone, is all I was going to say. Go ahead, babe.
I, I'm just trying to minimize risk to you, Im, because I care about you, and so does your mom. And for us, the default is that we don't want to put you in a situation where you could be in danger.
Okay.
You can always ask us and reason with us. If you build a convincing argument,
Your father's particularly susceptible to a good argument.
that I would appreciate it if you did not sell my secrets.
Trying to help her out here, babes.
Him just sighs and is like, all right.
We're talking about hitting the road tomorrow. When we heard a rumor that you might be able to make yourself some warm clothes.
I maybe.
You want to try?
In front of everyone?
No.
Okay. That was weird.
Is it that?
You
is
made
it
an
that
assumption.
Is it that embarrassing?
Yes?
Well, don't you have to take your clothes off to put new clothes on?
Oh, I meant, I didn't know you're just going to. You have to fabricate them on your body?
Who told you this rumor?
Karai, who else?
Right.
Oh. Huh. I
can't just
wonder
be
what
like-
was happening then.
You can't just be like, warm clothes. Bam.
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Well, you let us know if we need to acquire you some warm clothes that fit you now that you're taller, okay?
I can breathe fire. Cold doesn't bother me.
Is that how that works?
I
Played
think
a
it
Silver
also-
Dragonborn for a while. Pretty sure that's not how that works.
Even if that's true, it might draw attention if you're walking around without warm clothes in a place everybody else is.
Yeah, but warm clothes are baggy and stuffy and. Yeah.
Nobody cute on the road, babes.
What?
You're gonna be a cloud like 33% of the time.
Yeah, but when we're at a place.
Well, that's
Nobody
why you
cute on
dress.
the road, babes.
You
That's why
found
you
Noah
dress
on
in
the road,
layers.
didn't you?
I did not find him on the road, actually.
We all met in a tavern.
Oh, well, that's part of being on a road, being in a
I
tavern.
was fated to
Oh.
find him. It's a whole different situation.
Well, I can't be fated to find anybody if I'm stuffy and just covered in clothing.
Him.
Yeah, you dress in layers. That way, when you're somewhere warm, you can take layers off, and when it gets cold again, you put layers on.
Very sensible, Lowell.
Are you sure you don't? Are you sure you're not affected by the cold?
I mean, I haven't tried, so, but I don't
Okay,
see why
then.
I would.
How about this? You pack some, but if you find that you don't need it, I can just cast Alter Self or something.
I got it. She moves back to her room. The blankets are back on the table.
Nope.
Goes right in her room.
This child.
And
What if she needs something to as a base for it? What if she's changing the shape of something into warm clothes?
I don't think that's how it works, but let's not give her the idea.
Nim, you want to take his seat down? Unless you feel like standing there. I mean,
With all of your permission.
It's your house.
you don't need our permission.
Lowell's like, you kind of need our permission. That's what that
It's
face
like
looked
you-
to me.
Yeah.
You did kind of go through this whole conversation of where he basically has to ask us for permission to do much of anything.
Pertaining to our daughter. Particularly
Mm.
our daughter.
Yeah, so daughter's out of the room now, so pre-game.
Now he can do whatever he wants.
In fact, we should have been asking.
Korshana did not say that because she doesn't actually feel that way.
In fact,
I
we
was
should have been
curious if
asking.
you guys were gonna say that or not.
We should have been asking Nim if we could sit down.
Yeah, right?
Nim, can we be mad at you in your own home?
Is that all right?
Yeah, I guess I'll sit down. There's like a free chair somewhere.
It's gotta be.
Lowell, you ready to let off some steam and some fighting pits?
I don't know.
You need someone to fight there with you?
Are you wanting to fight in there too?
I was gonna volunteer Korshan.
Are we talking like no holds barred or unarmed combat? Because
Oh,
FYI,
I mean,
I'm not much of a puncher.
I was being sarcastic. I meant myself, but I should have put more. I should have put more tone into it. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I'm just really tired. It's my fault.
Uh,
If they don't allow these gauntlets, the fight's gonna go very differently for me.
Cora's no shit about pits, so sure.
I have no idea what these are gonna be like.
Only one way to find out.
I think
To
I
the
can
library.
Amber Crossroads in one day.
Really?
Well, that's really good.
It's,
Yeah.
I thought it was like almost a week last time.
Well, okay, so I told
Somebody
you
else
guys I didn't
have
tell
fucking
Nim this.
Windwalk.
Yeah, I didn't tell Nim this because he wasn't here. But I told you guys that Ashana kind of yelled at me like a week and a half ago.
Right.
So I've been like getting maps together and stuff so that our travels may be a little easier. And I'm not so good at math, but one of the guys in the map room helped me with this. I think we can go like 240 miles a day.
How?
What did
It's clouds.
Shauna yelled at you?
Oh yeah. I mean, in her way, but she told me not to idle.
As clouds.
I'm gonna turn us into clouds.
Seems
Now
weird.
see if getting angry were the end of it. Ashana would have just let go of Korshana, but it's not always the case. It's more. There's more to it than just whether you're doing the right thing or not. So we want to travel with you, Nim.
And still like you to come unless you really want to spend more time with your dad. Can't blame you for that.
I really would rather go with all of you. I thought it was that you didn't want me to come with.
Nope,
We,
didn't even cross my mind.
we
Me
never
either.
said anything like that. We've never said anything like that.
To prove the point, I think that if we were going to do that, it would have been with the fiend dagger.
Yeah. Actively trying to kill Lowell was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like, this was an accident. Not that you had control over actively trying to kill Lowell, but
Even then, it
Yeah,
didn't cross my mind.
Actively trying to kill me and eat me? That was...
I didn't like it any more than you did.
we know. That's the point. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still pissed at you, but I'll get over it. You apologize, which is important. And also, you made a commitment to us that I expect you to keep.
Of course.
Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with us for a while longer.
Speaking of the fiend, what did the Raven Queen think of this demon trying to make a pact with you?
I haven't heard anything from her since I made the pact with her.
Is Omen in the room?
Have you tried talking to her?
I don't see why Omen wouldn't be there.
Is who in the room?
Omen.
Omen?
Yeah,
Oh,
familiar.
Omen is not in the room.
I was gonna say, I don't see why he wouldn't be, because he could just be with Nim wherever he is. He hasn't, like, been killed or anything and needed to be resummoned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
Unless you guys don't want him around for some reason, I mean, I assume he'd be there.
No, I do. Noah wants to, like, stare at him.
Stare
Can't
at
stare
Omen?
at him if he's not there.
Are you staring at Omen?
Yep.
Okay. Omen was just kind of chilling on the table, pecking at some crumbs, we'll say. And then, like, looks back at Noah. Caw.
You didn't hear anything from the Raven Queen?
Should I be trying to get in touch with her?
Well, I'm not sure. It's just from our experiences with your Fae patrons, they seem like the jealous type.
Omen flies over to a table that has a pen and paper on it and starts messing around with the pen.
I wonder what he's drawing.
I go over and
Omen,
look.
you better bring that over here rather than making me get up to see that.
When you're finished, Omen, of course.
Yeah, when you're done.
Nim can go get it when it looks like Omen's done, like, drawing or whatever.
Oh, Omen's doesn't listen to Cora? Darn.
Omen drops the pen and just goes, caw.
I will look at the paper.
I don't know. Who's there first? Nim or Lowell?
Probably Lowell, he's
It's
faster.
low. He could probably get to the paper and back before Nim even
Yeah.
moves.
I was trying to say that as soon as he saw him
Yeah, if you
messing
wanna go
with the
get it,
pen,
you
he
go
was
get it.
This is
gonna
what it
move.
says on the paper.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
We'll laugh and hand it to Korshana.
Okay.
You type it out. What does it say?
I'm just gonna copy paste.
I mean, Noah's sitting right here, so he sees it too anyway.
Like how every time people have him write
I
something,
know.
you think it's gonna be like something else. That's exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, Cora like takes it and like holds it out to Nim, just like, you're Birdman.
Was that the answer you were expecting, Noah?
Yes. It
Quite
definitely
literally.
was. There was no other thing I could have imagined on that piece of paper.
Scribbles.
You're like a bird footprint in ink.
But he had a pen.
Draws on his foot.
Yeah. Not thinking creatively enough.
Got the pen in his mouth.
Omen dips his foot in the ink well and flies over to Noah, lands on his shoulder, and then smacks the paper with his foot. Caca.
His signature?
I will ruin you.
Uh-oh.
How
And
easy
then
is it to
flies
resummon
over
Omen?
and lands on Nim.
Still with the ink on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
That's a cheeky one.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I would.
I'll try asking Omen what's the worst that could happen. Omen, is there a way for me to speak with the Raven Queen again?
Caca.
Cool, that's what I thought.
Eloquent.
How did you? You couldn't really like summon yourself to your other patrons, could you?
I could to the Fey ones.
How?
A little
'Cause you could bring
difficult to
yourself to court.
explain.
Like, did you just think about it real hard? Because maybe that'll work here too.
Yeah, it was something like that.
well, weren't they in the Feywild and you could just teleport there? Thought that's how it worked.
It was about getting an audience with them in their court.
Hmm.
This
Old court.
in the Feywild.
Seems like a silly setup if you can't get to her to ask her questions about if you're doing your job right. But what do I know? Shauna tells me shit all the time. Silent side note, not usually relevant shit.
Yeah, I know that feeling when
I
you're.
was gonna have Nim say something. I was like, this is actually a really bad time for him to say it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, bring it on! Let's do it.
Do it.
Nim's plus 13 deception coming in real handy right now.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe she just has so many others, including clerics and all that, that she doesn't have as much time to devote.
Im comes back out eating a pastry.
Do you still like eating gold? Im?
I haven't tried.
I mean, have you craved it?
I mean, I'm not really hungry right now.
How many pastries did you have in there?
In my room, just one. Why?
Insight check.
Yep, same. There was a tone.
She had to think about that. She had to think
Uh-huh.
about that. Perception. Insight, right? Insight? Oh, I'm
Insight.
good at these. I'm so amazing at these. Yes, it's a 7.
Nice.
I rolled a crit, 29.
Jesus.
She's hiding something.
Korshana assumes what it is and doesn't say anything.
Okay. The rest of you, it does seem like it was she what she was saying was honest.
Well, I was. If you had extras, I was kind of hoping I could get one, but if not, that's fine too.
You can see the moment in her eyes of like, not
Have
right
her cornered.
now.
Have her cornered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't stop talking on my part.
What were we talking about? Oh, the Raven Queen? I'll be right back.
I was gonna say, do you guys want Nim to try to do whatever he did for the Feywild for the Raven Queen, see if it works? Cause
If you do, don't bring up Noah.
are you sure? Might be fine.
Up to you. Up to you.
It's your decision if you think it would help.
If what would help? What are we talking about? Is that in a character or out of character, B?
That was in character.
That's what I
The
thought.
Nim.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Nim's patron, the Raven Queen.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Someone got a Nim near you? Or is that always why you got a Raven near you, Nim?
Yeah, that's my familiar.
Who's an adorable little raven? You are. And if I get hungry,
It's magical, though. I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be real disappointing.
yeah, it like turns and looks at her. It's like, "Caw."
Also belongs to a death goddess, and she'll know what you did.
I mean, if she understands how death works, she wouldn't have a problem with it, would she?
I just said she'll know what you did.
Sure.
I mean, I think the fact that he'll turn to fairy dust in your mouth rather than meat is probably more relevant anyway.
Ew, fairy dust?
He's not made of stuff. He's made of magic.
Oh, boo.
I figured now's a good time to go see if we can talk to the Raven Queen, since Korshan has to rest anyway.
How do you normally talk to your patrons?
In the past, there's been a way to get an audience with them, but I didn't ask that many questions this time.
How'd you talk to her the first time?
I was dead.
Yeah,
Might be how you have to talk to her again, isn't it?
Let's
let's
try other stuff
avoid.
first.
Let's avoid the death part.
If she's his patron, she's not gonna let him die, is she?
Maybe
That
not.
just seems absurd.
I mean, she.
No, I have nothing to say. Go ahead, Tig.
Are you afraid of dying, Nim?
No, he agreed. He wasn't.
Oh.
He was not against it. He was
Okay,
agreeing
okay,
with
fine.
her. Like, she has a point.
Oh. She's like, see?
Well,
And you said you all trusted Nim on his abilities. It sounds like he knows what's up.
I feel like two things. One, we should probably try some other stuff first. And two, if that's how you're gonna have to go talk to her, we better make sure it's a really good time and you have every question you could ever possibly want to ask her ready to go before you do that to yourself. Just a couple
We
of
have some-
thoughts. Just
I have
off
some
the top
paper
of
here
my
if you
head.
need it.
You think the paper can come with?
It has a raven claw on it.
How would
No,
Nim, can you just choose to die?
I
That's a
haven't
question.
tried that before.
How are you going to get to that point?
Confused look because he really didn't think that one through.
Um,
It's so hard not to have Korshana offer to kill Nim. She wouldn't, but
I
I
mean,
want to.
I mean, she can. This is if any
she
time is
wouldn't.
gonna be a good time to do it, this is it.
It was just like, hey,
Even as a
Im,
joke,
forgiveness.
this is the time to do it.
I mean,
Hey, Im, don't burninate people who hurt you. And then I'm like, well, I'll kill you if you need to be killed. It's fine.
it sounds like a
She
really
wouldn't.
good therapeutic point if Mama would help you with that, right?
Im,
I mean, what? If he has to die, we're doing it for a good cause, right?
look, Im, just because you're not wrong.
Doesn't mean you're right either.
Yes.
I mean,
Also,
she's kind of
if
right.
Papa wanted to help, he would have every right. Just saying.
So, as the two of you could kill Nim.
No, we're not killing her. And Nim.
We're not killing Nim.
No.
What if we named it differently? Just momentarily inconveniencing him.
I
It's
would
still
also
killing
be-
him.
I would also be mindful about discussing that in the house of his father
Oh yeah,
again.
but he's a. I mean, right? Got it.
Yes, he's a paladin. But having to resurrect someone does not mean that the death didn't happen.
And those smites hurt.
Yeah, no thanks.
He asked
Anyway,
us
I
to
don't feel like
take care of Nim. Killing him in order to talk to his patron sounds like the opposite of that.
especially when we don't really have a very good reason for Nim to do that right now. I have
Right.
curiosity about her possible jealousy. Doesn't seem like if killing him's the only way, doesn't seem like a good enough reason to me.
Is it really killing him if he comes back to life?
Yes.
Yes.
In which I'm a no.
You can't technically bring someone back to life if they're alive.
Would it be better to know now rather than later, though?
What? No, what?
How would you need to talk to Nim's patron? Or are you going to be surprised?
I mean, okay, dear, darling Im, let's run with the assumption that you've created that we have to kill Nim in order for him to talk to the Raven Queen. Let's not do that just to find things out.
Okay.
Killing people just to find things out seems real fucked up.
Sure. Okay, so let's remove the killing part. If you wanted to understand how something worked, is this considered like life and death? Like, wouldn't you want to know? I know Papa agrees with me on this. You want to know how things work. Don't shake your head at me,
Yes, of
Papa.
course.
I know
I'm-
this.
But ends do not justify the means. I learned that the hard way.
And if
Well,
we
there's
want
a-
to find how things work, I think jumping to the assumption that he has to die in order to talk to his patron is an extreme that would be at the end of a long list of other things that could be tried.
How much time do we have to try things?
We're only going to be clouds 8 hours a day. The salient point is how important is the question. We don't have an important question for her.
It's not necessarily about whether we have an important question now, but if we did have one in the future, we'd have to go through all of that guessing and figuring out how to talk to her at a time when we don't have the time to.
Or
And
you
just
could
like,
try all the things that we can think of except for the killing you, and if none of those work, then we'll assume that we have to kill you when we have a very important question. We don't have to do it all at once. The knowledge will stay in our heads.
Maybe we can cast legend lore on Omen.
Sure.
Audiences with the Raven Queen. That'll be your legend lore. Oh, so I want you to do it.
Someone want to offer him their legend lore component though? Because
Oh fuck no, mine's on the goddamn sword.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna say
can't
they'll
have my
belong to other
incense for
people.
that.
So if they don't offer him to Nim, he can't cast it. I think they'll belong to someone else at this point. He only bought one and he used it.
We'll leave it as a last resort. We don't have to find out now. I mean, if the Raven Queen doesn't have to chide you on your job, that means you're at least not doing it wrong.
I mean,
I was just
wait,
curious.
wait. Are we gonna legend lore to figure out if that's how you get an audience with the queen? The Raven Queen.
No.
Why not?
I thought that's what
Well,
what we were talking about.
I'm kind of saving those components in case we need it for something more immediate.
So you're only worried about the monetary value, but
Right.
it is something you want to ask.
Right.
Especially if I'm right.
Yes.
Got it. I'll be right back. She runs out the room.
Oh no. I think she's becoming smarter than me.
Or she at least thinks she's smarter than you.
We're gonna fabricate as components, guys. This is gonna be great.
I didn't mean to make this a big deal. I was just wondering why she did not feel like a demon was encroaching on her champion, you know?
I mean,
Maybe
the Winter Queen didn't have much to say to me either until she did. So, by the time it would happen, it might be too late.
Because the Winter Queen had a spy in the group.
Omen's probably reporting home. Even if he's not. I've always been of the opinion that Shauna would yell at me if I was doing something wrong, and I was right about that, so, you know. I know our things don't work the same, but...
Were you doing anything wrong?
Yes.
What were you doing wrong?
Wandering around this manor wailing for 19 days instead of working on our job.
Why was that wrong?
We have important work to do, Nim. You know that.
How were you supposed to do it in that state?
I'm glad I didn't have to find out. She seemed, well, she didn't chide me again after I started making preparations. I made us 6 healing potions, by the way. Honestly, the distraction kind of helped. Maybe that was the point.
maybe.
Yeah. Distractions.
Well, what do you guys want to bet Im walks back in this room with 250 gold worth of incense?
Not gonna take that bet.
Not gonna take that bet either.
That seems like a silly bet.
Okay, well, then we're all agreed, aren't we?
Im walks in with 250 gold pieces of incense.
Look, check it out.
I mean,
Did you steal that?
No.
Do I even need this
Do I believe
alchemy
her?
jug anymore?
Roll your insight.
Do I even need this alchemy jug anymore? Him?
Yeah.
21.
Because Ovak has it right now.
22.
You believe her.
Dude, Ozak has your alchemy jug?
He's just lying for the hell of it.
I blame this on you, Dick.
Good.
Did
It's worth it.
did you trade the alchemy jug for the incense?
No, I didn't trade it per se, but don't worry about that. Legend book.
No.
But I made it.
Yeah, you'll get it back.
When?
I
It's
didn't
a
ask,
special one.
but this is special too, right?
This incense?
No, not the incense. The legend lore.
Well, takes 10 minutes to cast, so while Nim's casting it, we can explain things to the rest of us.
Oh, I'm casting it.
Oh?
Okay.
And she starts casting it.
Oh, fuck. Lord, dump.
What do you all do for 10 minutes?
I will watch the legend lore because I freaking missed the other one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We went back and
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, but we saw the prophecy one.
You've never seen an M cast it before, though, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
I will be proud. Proud dad. That's my girl.
Is,
Proud dad, sleepy mom. That's what's happening for the next 10 minutes.
is she just able to cast any spell that she's seen before?
Isn't it amazing?
Like it?
All right, 10 minutes later, she's done. She's like, I knew it. Ah! It says, in order to grant an audience with the Raven Queen, you must be dead, and your soul arises to see her in all of her glory.
Do I believe her?
Roll your
She's
insight.
been lying to us. She's been lying to us, y'all.
I know.
24.
Yeah, you believe her.
Okay.
There's no point in me trying to roll because I can't roll higher than that even with the natural 20.
I'll insight it for the hell of it, but I feel like Nim's just
That's
gonna
a
believe her.
dirty
'cause he's gonna
20.
get like a terrible roll.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
You believe
Well,
her?
you believe her.
Well, damn. Nim, that means you better get your job done before you die.
Wait. Oh, that's right. You said you didn't. Okay, got it. Right. Okay.
Did your spell tell you how long you have to stay dead for?
She judges you, and then you move on.
So he's not supposed to talk to her. Because
We
if he
should have
moves...
specified.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
wanted to
like
know
how
to
I
get
get
an
an audience with the Raven Queen. That sounds like how
We should have
I get an
specified
audience with the
an
Raven Queen.
audience as the champion of the Raven Queen.
Oh,
Oh.
I I mean, but it's right. That's how you get an audience with her.
We're trying to find a way without dying.
Yeah, we don't want Uncle Nim to move on, do we? Then we'll never get him back.
Well, if she judges him to be wanting, she put him back here?
Why?
Why wouldn't she? If she still needs him to do work, why wouldn't she not put it back here?
But if he killed
Maybe.
himself in order to talk to her,
I mean, if that's not the correct
This-
way, she'll correct it, would she not? It's not like she has any method of, correct me if I'm wrong, Nim, but she didn't have a method of communicating with you, like Ashana does with Mom.
Nope. I mean, she hasn't contacted me yet since I made the pact.
Not only do you die, but I'm not supposed to bring you back. We're supposed to watch you be dead as the revivify window passes.
Well,
Well-
I mean, what about Ray's dead, right? Like, we don't know how long the conversation would be.
Do you know how to raise
So-
dead, Im?
I've never seen it happen.
Because I sure as fuck don't know how to cast that.
No, I thought you
So-
did.
I only know Revivify.
Revivify's actually only been added since Tasha's. They only used to have reincarnate.
No,
Uh-huh.
I
and
am
true resurrection.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a
Im doesn't
paladin
understand
spell. It's also a
Well,
bard
Gotcha,
spell.
gotcha.
The
Where'd
Raven
you get the
Queen's
idea that I could do that?
I thought druids handled life and death.
Much like the Raven Queen, our job is to let the normal course of life and death happen.
So you would never
My
raise
understanding
men
of
if
this
he dies?
is basic, but I believe that if you use a spell like Revivify, which is a very short window, you're sort of getting the soul back before it passes on. Once it passes on, I don't have the power to bring it back. Because death is natural.
Except necromancy.
Yeah, the arch enemies of druids, necromancers.
Okay, but if you... I don't think this is an argument I'm going to win, so I'm going to leave this one alone.
So the Raven Queen's a god, right?
Yeah.
Tactical
Maybe-
retreat is an important skill.
Maybe you could try praying to her?
Absolutely not.
Really?
50 gold is certainly cheaper for divination than it is for legend lore.
Of course, Sean, and actually everybody but Nim watches that the Raven just has this like heartbroken look on his face.
That's a harsh reaction, Nim.
What?
So you'd rather
That's what we're asking. What?
So you would rather die to try and talk to your patron than to just try praying to see if that works instead?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why?
Literally Nim in
Why?
a nutshell right there.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we've never really had this conversation, so let's goddamn have it. What the fuck? No, I'm in, Tig. Hell yeah.
I don't see the problem here.
Okay, well, we do. So,
Okay.
explain.
What am I explaining? We have a viable option that we can try first.
Oh, the you dying
That's
is
the
the
first one?
option, no.
Yeah.
The lack of
Dying
respect,
is a
Nim, I swear to
last
God.
resort, and one that we shouldn't take.
Is it your ego is so big that you can't humble yourself before a powerful entity, even though your powers come from more powerful entities? What the? Okay, I'm getting mad again. What the hell? Yeah, that Bex is like, think of the diamonds. Of course.
Where's Omen right now? Probably still on Nim's shoulder.
Yep.
Trying to figure out how to do this. Korshana, do birds have ears?
Yes, they do.
Where are they?
Where ears go? They're internal ears, but they're. Why would they sing to each other if they couldn't hear, Nim?
I don't know. I've not. He's trying to figure out how to like cover Omen's ear.
M is dying at this point.
You can fucking de-summon a familiar. Korchon is not saying this.
What? Why, Nim?
Because I don't think it should work that way. I think there's other ways. I don't think I have to do that to get an audience with her.
Are the weirdest. Oh, if a demon tells me it's true, it must be true, but there can't be any possible way to contact a god more inconvenient than praying? You were raised by a cleric and a paladin, and I know that fucked you up or whatever, but like, come on.
What, you think I'm just supposed to pray and it's just supposed to get me an audience like right away?
It's possible.
It's worth
And it doesn't
trying.
involve the four of us standing over your dead fucking body.
I'll probably come back. It wouldn't be that bad.
Damn. No. You're assuming you're gonna come back.
I have all the other times.
That's
doesn't
not how
mean
second
it's
chances work.
your luck's gonna run out one of these days, and then what? You're just because you've come back a few times doesn't mean you can just throw your life away like it means nothing.
Alright, fine. You think it's gonna be with praying? Then we'll try praying.
You're not even. It doesn't work when you don't mean it, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say it sarcastically like that.
I mean, yeah, he would.
Yeah, she's like, well, if that's how you feel about it and it doesn't work, you can't hold that up as like proof that praying doesn't work.
And if he makes an attempt to do that, like,
Where's my popcorn? I want to watch Nim pray.
yeah. I don't know if it has to be out loud or what, but
You tell me, Tig. What is Nim doing?
praying to the Raven Queen, but clearly not like sincerely.
Nothing happens.
Cool.
Oh, if you get a hold of her,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you ask about um, how how much trouble I'm in.
Or babe, what if she doesn't know about you?
You look like you're changing your mind there. That's still something I get to ask, or I don't get to ask that
God.
anymore?
Sorry. The coffee grinder. I have to wait for it to pass.
Okay, sorry.
Um, um, that's true. I find it hard to believe she doesn't know. And if it'll make Nim's prayers more sincere, I think it's worth a shot. I have a feeling there's a reason why she hadn't gone after me yet.
Could always ask your dad for tips on how to pray better. I'm sure he has a lot of practice.
Oh God.
No way.
I think we're
Well,
taking a
if you
step backwards.
didn't get Nim on board, now it's totally gone.
I think we're
Yeah,
taking a step
exactly.
backwards on that one. Might as well see if Yara has any tips.
Yeah.
Oof. Sorry, too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, it's been 15 years. Way too soon.
Well,
What were the other questions we were gonna ask again?
Are you super clear on what it is that you're supposed to be doing for her?
Not really.
Watching Aiden eat fries is the best. Like, yeah,
It's
Nim.
like the popcorn.
Do you know what you're supposed to
thing.
do?
It's potato chips, but yeah.
It's making me so happy.
I hope this is like in character. Noah normally doesn't eat, but he is eating something just because it's like that kind of moment.
It's like there's a bowl of bowl of something on the table, and as soon as we start badgering him, he's like,
Amazing. I mean, it was really, really vague, and as far as I know, I haven't done it yet, so I'm gonna go with no, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
and you're okay with that?
No, but I really needed to get back quickly at the time, so I didn't think to ask a lot of clarifying questions in the moment.
This is in character. We're not confused by that. Okay, she's still a little pissed, okay? Well, so I don't know, maybe that is what you need to ask.
mm-hmm.
Also, like, based on what you've told us about what vague information you have, like, She might have some kind of incentive to help us. Just saying.
That's a good point. Look, honestly, I don't think that there's any way I'm going to be able to pray to her or to anything else in a way that they're gonna like without, you know, seeing or hearing how someone else would phrase it. So, do you think I could get some help with that?
You're asking the three of us?
Yes.
Have you ever seen any of us pray?
Nope. But I imagine you're better at it than I am.
All right, I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all stew on that for a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm so glad I brought this up. Nim has been avoiding this conversation for a while.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Choosing death over praying.
Can't
Oh
believe it.
man, Korshana's so mad. She's like, "Are you fucking serious? I just thought my kid was dead. Now I have to deal with you being dead because you're too egotistical to fucking pray."
Mm-hmm.
And Noah having died multiple times too is like, you're okay with dying? It fucking sucks.
Right?
I'm lucky it came back in the body. Shit.
Shit, baby.
Shit.
All
I'm
right,
not gonna
I'm
have
gonna-
you going die on me.
Maybe I should try and write something down in my notes because I have taken 0 notes.
Now's a good time.
Yeah, the question is, will everybody like help him with it or not, since he does not know what the hell he's doing with it? I mean, it'll get him to not go with this plan B that nobody wants him to do.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's probably where we end up, where it ends up happening. Like, M is probably right, but
You can try it.
What
What,
kind of centers
dying?
would
No.
No,
Noah
other
be?
thing. Other thing. Said you wanted to try all the other options first.
What are the other options?
I don't know. This is the first one.
Thinking about it really hard.
I think we need to build a shrine too.
Hmm.
Ooh. Can we do it like the one in CR Campaign 1 where you have to like bathe in a pool of human blood to talk to the
Yeah.
Raven Queen?
Really not gonna go over well in this
I think
house.
we should also sacrifice Omen. I think that's what Omen's there for. To get one call at a time.
Hmm.
Sacrifice
I like
Omen
that
and,
idea.
and bathe in his blood.
His magical fairy dust blood.
That's a good plan. Whew, sorry.
Or maybe
Oh, that was
praying
in
actually
character.
will work.
Maybe. And it doesn't cost 50 gold.
Doesn't cost shit. You just have to mean it.
That's
Apparently
that's
to
a
Nim it
hard
costs
thing for Nim.
There's literally only one person in this house who successfully knows how to pray, and it's the one person we're not going to go ask.
Oh,
And it's probably the one person who's turned
Loa
Nim off the
suggested it.
brain.
Yeah, that's obviously not going to happen.
Pretty sure Nivord's the reason Nim hates deities.
Yep.
Bahamut couldn't
Seems
find
accurate.
my mom? Fuck him.
Yep. Oh, we're all going to pray to the Raven Queen. Is that the plan?
was the implication.
I see.
Sure, I don't mind praying to Ayun. It's fun to say with this accent anyway.
Ayun. I mean,
All my
shit,
knowledge I have is Ayun's.
All right, so where are we at?
Me and the Raven Queen don't have any beef.
That you know.
Unless she, takes my partner away and never gives him back. But we're not going to talk about that.
You're going to be keyless right now?
My God, I can't though. You act like the possibility hasn't already occurred to me.
This is the first time the thought has occurred to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey's gonna be like, well, if you do get a hold of her, you do ask her about Noah. Like, please.
Don't use this name.
Also, like, if you're gonna be like, hey, can you help us? Please ask what it costs, because if the cost is Noah, it's too great.
I know your least favorite line is "What does it cost?" or "At what cost?" But maybe you should find out what the cost is.
So Nim's least favorite line paired with Nim's least favorite activity.
Mm-hmm.
Paired with Nim's least favorite types of entities.
Yep.
Great. This is going to go great, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
This is amazing.
out of character, the Raven Queen's the least godlike of all the gods, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Didn't she like ascend to godhood from
She's a
being
person.
immortal?
I don't know if Nim knows that though. He just knows she's a god.
Yeah. None of us probably know that.
I don't see why Lowell would know.
Yeah.
She's pretty much Vecna, but she actually got the job done because she wasn't
Yep.
too evil enough for people to want to stop her.
Yep. Pretty much.
Are you guys gonna also pray so that Nim is not alone doing this, and then
Yes.
so Korshana will? How about Noah?
Okay, sure. I
Lowell?
give it a try.
Fine. Yeah,
You have to
Lowell.
mean it. You have to mean it.
Mm-hmm. We'll mean it.
Oh, not you. I mean, I believe that you'll mean it, but I'm
talking to
definitely like
Fine.
Nim. Nim. You have to mean it.
Watch the rest of us mean it, and Nim doesn't. We all end up talking to her
Terrible.
except for
Except-
him.
Oh my god.
We're all gonna have moments with separate
is it?
deities except Nim.
Mm,
This is gonna go great, guys. This is gonna go great.
Yep.
Alright, sounds like we do that.
We do.
Everyone DM me who you're praying to, whether or not you mean it.
Oh.
Probably would have been a good idea to pick a deity before now.
Should have picked a Raven Queen.
You did?
You
No,
can't. You
just
can
kidding.
pick Raven Queen because that's what he was saying.
They get there at the same time. Or if Noah gets
Ayun and
there,
the Raven Queen both appear next to each other. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Noah will pray to the Raven Queen. He'll get there and Nim's not here. He's like, God damn it, he didn't mean it. Fuck. That's not who I picked, by the way.
All right. Corshon is the one that hears it first, but it's a soft, quiet noise that slowly builds as what sounds like ravens basically begin to surround all of you. To the point where even if you did open your eyes, you don't think you would be able to see or hear anything. And soon the moment ends. And it's quiet again. Extremely quiet.
Did
Think
it
if
work? Is that what's supposed to happen?
I think if it's like in really quiet for like a minute or two, Lowell would crack an eye open and look.
It is very, very dark. But it's not dark as in like there's no light. It's just devoid of, well, I guess it's not so much that somebody had light and it's just really low. It's just devoid of light. But you can see fine. It's not dark vision. Like, it's just normal vision.
To be clear, that was absolutely a joke. Oh, you didn't see? Okay.
I didn't see it.
Okay, good. I was like, I'm not trying to bait you. That was totally a joke.
And standing before you, at least, Lowell, like, you can peek your eye open. You can see somebody.
I guess I'd open my eyes and look around and see if there's anybody else except for.
You see Nim to your right and Corshana to your left.
I think it might have worked. Nim, Corshana?
Can they hear this or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wow, I guess it did work.
Oh, somebody came back. But did he order the food though?
He's explaining to my friend what pansexual is, and apparently it's blowing his mind.
It's when you really like pans.
Yes.
Okay. Nim is looking around. What is Corshana doing?
I mean, probably looking at whatever entity is in front of us and then focusing on Nim, who should be doing the talking. It's his patron.
Okay. So you look upon this entity that is in front of you, and it's, as you expect, a Raven Queen, or at least you think a Raven Queen would look like. Very much taller than all of you, but not in a fashion of like overbearing, just there, just a presence. Ravens, cloak of ravens, and a raven skull that overshadows her face. You can see just the lips. She seems to be just waiting.
Sort of push Nim forward a little.
And then at that point, Corshana, you realize Noah's not here.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Go on, Nim.
All right. We're here to ask a few more questions about what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Some clarification.
Ask away.
Oh, okay. Am I doing what you need done so far?
You have not collected any souls that I am aware of.
I'm supposed to be collecting them?
Either collecting them or bringing them back to me. Neither of which has happened.
Uh,
Do you know of the one that is causing this?
I think Nim would look at Korshana before he says anything on this part, because you do know what his deal is. He has said what the deal is. Do you not remember out of character?
No. This is Korshana's reaction.
So say absolutely nothing.
Korshana's face says, "Why the fuck are you looking at me right now?"
Are you the one that is causing this?
No.
No.
She's not the one causing this.
Then why did you bring them?
They're with my group. We go places together.
You didn't
Continue.
think praying would work. We tried to help
You
prove
needed
him wrong.
a little encouragement.
That too.
Nim does not serve me in that fashion.
It seemed better than the alternative.
What was the alternative?
Him dying.
He would come before me, yes.
And then what?
Then we would have a conversation.
We thought it best not to only be able to hope you would send him back.
He has not done what I have asked. Of course I would send him back.
So, so we need to bring the souls back here and find why they're not coming here, or is it one or the other?
Both.
Both.
Because if you do not take care of the cause, the souls will just be lost again.
And how exactly do I bring them here?
through mundane fashions in which you capture the souls and bring them to me through release of death, or magical means, whichever you prefer.
If we find them, but they're not in living bodies, he can bring them to you this way?
Yes. You are a druid, are you not?
Me, yeah?
You should be appalled at what is happening.
I am
Is that why you are
appalled at what
traveling?
has happened. Sorry?
Is that why you are traveling with Nim?
One of the reasons. He has his place in my own goals as well.
If you are aiding him, I believe it would serve me well to give you a little boon.
I would never refuse a goddess, so
The ravens are always the eyes and ears of every place. All you need to do is whisper to them, and they will tell you what they've seen.
thank you.
I only ask you do not abuse this.
How would I do so?
You will know.
I will do my best.
She looks back at you, Nim.
He really wants to ask Korshana something, but there's literally no way to ask her right now, so I did double check that Noah said it was okay to ask about him. Typing starts.
No, the fact that Aiden grabbed a bag of chips to specifically show us. Tig, roll me a wisdom check.
Yeah, you got it. Is it just a regular wisdom check?
Yes.
Sure.
You look so cozy with your chips.
You feel like it's not quite prudent to talk about Noah right about now.
Got it. I was just gonna go for it unless there was some indicator it was a bad idea.
Oh, thank God for a good wisdom check.
He was trying to ask Korshana, and she was like, he kept looking at her like,
Guess who she's not going to bring up right now?
Lowell, do you have any questions? You've been awfully quiet this whole time.
I'm just here to help you. You're the one who should be asking the questions.
Ask her about your family, V. Fucking do it. Do it.
I know you don't get to talk to a lot of gods, so I mean, this is probably a good opportunity for you. Just putting it out there.
So I was like, man, I hear some like buzzing in my ear.
It's Korshana like right next to him, like uncomfortably close.
Hey, I said V. I said V specifically. That was clearly me to V.
Korshana's like putting her hand next to Lowell's ear, and then she's gonna yell in his ear, "Just fucking do it!"
She goes up to whisper to him and then mind links and just tells him telepathically.
She's gonna stare at the.
I don't think he's going to do it, Si.
Is staring at Nim at this point, to the point where even Nim can understand, like, why are you still here? If you're all just gonna not say anything.
I was hoping that Lowell had something to say. Lowell, last chance. Any questions? Because I think we need to go soon.
No.
Can I insight check that? Or is there no insight check necessary?
It's up to V.
Yeah, V. Is that like an actual, just like a real no, or is that him like he has a question and he's just not asking it? Should I roll insight?
He doesn't really want to ask anything.
Okay.
Off you go. Poof.
Yep.
Ravens surround you all to the point where it makes it very hard to hear and see. And you're back in your room. Noah.
See, my character's about to pay for the player's inability to process.
It sounds like a train is coming towards you. Not like blaring you down, but like the sound is just rushing right to you. And as soon as it's like gets louder and louder, and almost to the point where it gets overwhelming is when it stops. And it's just serenity all around. Quiet, it's calming, it's relaxing. But you know for certain you're not where you were just were.
I will open my eyes.
You see a pyramid with an eye in the center of it.
Oof. I recognize that as a symbol of Ayun.
Yes.
How far away is it?
It is massive. It is both like close enough to you, but far enough to give the impression that it's the scale of it.
Noel will say, something tells me you can hear me just fine from here.
Yes.
I wasn't sure that was gonna work, and I'd spent a whole lot of my life believing that deities weren't really worth it. But I heard that you're the deity of knowledge,
A deity of knowledge.
a deity. I see.
There are multiple. I am one of them.
Is there ever too much?
There's always knowledge to be gained and knowledge to be lost.
Um, you see, I'm part of this group, and the things that we're trying to get done, I'm not sure if you know about this. You probably do, but I feel like a lot of the times we just don't know a lot of things, and that puts us at a disadvantage. I was wondering if you had any tips.
You have this moment of like, you're coming to the God of knowledge to learn how to learn? Really? And then it says, there's one among you who has pushed you to me. You would have not gotten here on your own.
You mean my friend Nim?
Perhaps. You cannot see this companion.
Oh,
You don't know anything about this companion. It's very concerning.
is that kind of like a when something's moving too fast, you can't know where it is if you know the speed? Or is it just Nim in particular?
It is a odd sensation because I cannot answer that question.
Was it wrong of me to come here?
Why do you think that?
Uh, well, considering outside of Nim's influence, I would not have made it. I assume that only the worthy ones can be in your presence.
Why do you think that?
Isn't that how deities work?
No.
If I pray to you before I start doing like some kind of research, would you be able to give me some kind of blessing?
No.
Would I be able to come here again?
With your companion's help, perhaps.
Is it possible to come into contact with you without being here? Like, can I can I pray to you without being transported?
Those are multiple questions, and I must answer them accordingly. Is it possible to come in contact with me directly without coming here? No. Sorry. It is possible, but I believe it is outside your means.
Fair.
But I have avatars that you can meet that wander the worlds. But generally, those who are most devoted to knowledge and the gaining thereof are the ones I pay the most attention to.
Is it possible for someone like me to become such an avatar?
The avatars are parts of myself, so unless you become
I
part
see.
of me, the answer is no.
I meant like a champion. Do you have those?
I have those who seek knowledge, yes.
Um, well, this has been most fruitful. I will take my leave now if he will let me go.
I need you to do something for me.
Say
This
no more,
Nim
fan.
companion of yours. Find out why I cannot see him.
And how will I let you know?
A much smaller pyramid appears in front of you. Use this.
Is this something that I can talk to my friend Nim about?
Do whatever you need to do that is necessary to gain this knowledge.
Okay. I will do what I can.
And back you go. Nim, Lowell, and Korashana, you all show up in your room. Noah's not there.
Hmm.
Oh, now the panic sets in. um, what does she do?
Just gonna send him to talk to the Raven Queen again.
No, because the thing is, like, I do want to temper it with the fact that it really seemed like the Raven Queen didn't know that Noah was possibly what she was looking for. So
Hmm.
I feel like the panic isn't that severe yet.
Maybe he just prayed to somebody else.
I didn't think that normal people could go visit God, so maybe.
I thought you guys specifically said to pray to the Raven Queen.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
Nim
did.
said, but like it's whatever you guys chose.
So I guess
to
the
do.
question is
I-
whether or not Korashana would believe that he would not specifically pray to the Raven Queen.
I mean, she knew it was kind of risky. Maybe he was being, like, smart about it.
I really don't want to retcon this awesome IU dialogue, but
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
I like how that went.
you know what? Noah would have wanted to see if he could have been able to. He's never prayed before, so he,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's like an experiment.
No, I think it's
he
fine.
probably wasn't even going to think it was going to work.
But it's also the
No.
idea that he can kind of guess if the Raven Queen one works. He can kind of guess, well, they'll go to the Raven Queen. But what if I did this?
Yeah.
Like now he's going with the hypothesis. What if I
Yeah,
did something
this-
else?
I'll
This is
come
more
back
of a
and we can
question of
compare
to get
notes.
into Korashana's train of thought.
Well, I'll
I
tell
don't
you
know
that
the
my
Raven.
plan when I see Noah is to say I don't know if you're an idiot or a genius. So I like that was kind of already what I was thinking before you asked me this question. So
Sorry.
I
The
think
term
it's an
is
authentic
idiot
reaction.
savant.
Like
Idiot
So what's
I
savant.
think
Korashana doing?
she's not sure if he was like, oh, maybe it would be bad for me to go there, so I'm gonna pray to someone else because if I go, then she'll eat me. Like, you know. I think Korshana's gonna frantically pace around and hope that this doesn't last more than 10 minutes.
Okay. Because you had to say it,
It lasts 11 minutes.
On the 11th minute is when it shows
She like attacks.
Ah,
You where the fuck did you go? You stupid man.
At this point, Im is just like, what happened?
I'm like I hugged him.
What is going on here?
Where do I start? All right. Sorry guys. Gotta start with the sorry.
Oh, so he can apologize and I don't have to.
What?
Hmm?
After. Whatever he did was wrong, but he's apologizing after.
Yes, that's how apologies work.
Oh, well, I guess that's true.
I
Damn it,
I
that didn't
wasn't.
work as I
To
thought
be
it was.
honest, I was not sure it was gonna work, and then I was just going to switch to the Raven Queen.
Wait, you saw God too?
I prayed to Ayun first.
Wait, hold on.
Interesting choice.
I have to know. Did you do that on purpose so you wouldn't end up in front of the Raven Queen because she might want your ass? Or did you just...
Yes.
Wait, why does the Raven Queen want Papa?
Because
I smack him upside the head, lightly.
Because I've done some bad things in the past. Ayun wants to know. Ayun said that I would not have made it had it not been for being connected to Nim.
That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Ayun didn't understand it either, and she actually asked me to find out why. Gave me one of these. So I have an ongoing research project.
Can you just apologize to the Raven Queen?
I could.
Then it won't be a problem, right?
My offenses are not exactly the excusable kind.
What would she do with you?
Terminate me, I think.
But she's the god of death.
Yeah.
She just have to deal with you.
No, she does not.
Not exactly familiar with her capacity for forgiveness, so...
She desires balance, and I very much upset it.
But we're gonna fix it, and then it'll be fun.
Hopefully.
But you just said she doesn't have much of compassion for forgiveness, so will
No,
it
I
be?
said I'm not familiar with her capacity for forgiveness.
Nim, you would know, right?
Oh yeah, how did that go? You guys asked her all the questions you needed to ask, right?
I mean, I asked a few questions, but
Did you bring me up?
I have...
no, it didn't seem like a good idea. In the
Okay.
context of how she needs the souls back and whoever caused them to not show up there.
Souls? Papa, do you have souls?
Am I not
That's
supposed
not-
to be talking about this?
Have to talk about it at some point.
Maybe Noah and Im should go talk about this away from me and Nim. Oh, by the way, she granted me a boon, so
What kind of boon?
Congratulations.
supposedly the ravens will tell me things now.
Ravens and a
Nim
shroom?
looks at Omen.
Caca.
Did you hear the
did she
same thing
mean-
I did?
Yes.
Yes.
Did she mean
I
real
have speak with
ravens or
animals.
Only
Oh.
only magical ravens.
Have you ever tried that with Omen?
I don't. Why I don't usually prep it because we have I heal you guys and also carry a big fiery sword and be able to summon lightning storms. It kind of takes up all my ability to prep things.
Yeah, but maybe
Can't
he's
Omen
like a
just
good
speak common?
conversationalist in Raven.
You should just learn common. Everybody speaks it. I mean, that's why.
Maybe you
Anyway,
didn't
I
even
don't know.
need the boon.
She said that if I whisper to the ravens, they will tell me what they've seen. So I'm gonna go talk to some birds while we're traveling and see what happens.
Like speak with plants, but with ravens.
Tries like holding out Omen again. He really wants to see whether or not this works.
I don't think he's a regular raven. I think she means like just regular
A
ravens.
normal Raven?
I don't know.
He has that
Yeah.
look that you saw earlier. It's like,
You haven't
I
tried.
don't know. Omen, you want to tell me some shit? I'm right here.
You have to whisper.
Hey, Omen. Hey, Omen, do you want to tell me some stuff?
I see dead people.
well, of course you do. Totally. That makes sense. Oh god, he did talk to me. I don't like this.
That's a bad omen.
Wonder how long he's been
Because it
holding on to
works.
that one.
Yeah, I know, right? Since Omen's birth.
I mean, I'm just thinking Nim and I do know the full story, so like I think it's okay if you fill him in. I don't know. It just seems kind of risky.
Are you like this evil necromancer that I don't know about? What's happening?
Not a necromancer.
Definitely not evil.
Okay.
Robomancer?
What?
Technomancer.
If you say it like that, it sounds like he just romances robots.
No, that's me.
Ew, Mom.
What? It's all you don't know. Your father and I are together.
Yeah, but that's... Ew.
Do you want to discuss my heinous crimes in private then?
I mean, sure, if we have to. This is why... Are the others not allowed to hear this or something?
They already know it. They just, with their the Raven Queen having ears here.
Oh, I mean, I
Yeah.
could eat the raven if you want. She'll come back.
No, not necessary.
I can do less expensive things to make Omen go away.
Like dismissing, right?
Yeah.
Or that.
I mean, if you don't want to discuss it, I don't want to discuss it either. But
I mean, then we'll make Omen go away at that point, like the whatever, making the familiar temporarily go away.
Okay. Goof.
He already got his fun in having it talk to Korshana, so.
Does that count as abusing the power if I abuse the power?
Is it really abusing if you're trying to see how it works?
If it costs your
I
soul to
agree.
get that, then you're going to test stuff like that out.
Papa.
yes,
Waiting.
okay. So Where do I start? First of all, this is not my body. This is not my original body.
Well, I
And the
know
one
that.
and the one that released you is not either.
I didn't know that.
Right. I think my original body is like rotting in the ground somewhere.
That's creepy.
Isn't it? So anyway, there I was on a. Can I just tell us like the whole thing about the
Yeah, that's
voice
fine.
shard and everything? And
Yeah.
basically the whole. He won't leave out anything. Everything that he remembers.
So you wanted to save the world by saving them in the ark?
Yes,
I mean, that sounds noble.
it's it's prideful, is what it is.
Well, the alternative is everybody dies. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, but being stuck in an ark isn't exactly living.
Guess I can't say I would know how that feels. But are you doing that now? No, it's this other version of you.
No, yeah. I'm trying to stop it.
But then it's not you, right? Like,
I
you're not
set
doing
it in motion. I set it in motion.
But that's not fair. You're stopping it.
I'm working to stop it.
She shouldn't be mad at that.
Ultimately, the forgiveness lies with. Forgiveness is not in the hands of the offender. I can do my part as an appeal, but to do to work towards it and expect the forgiveness defeats the purpose of a forgiveness. Because, in all fairness, I can't pay for all those lives. It's not. I can't trade it back.
Who is she to judge you?
The one who she deals with the balance between life and death and shepherding souls to the afterlife. Am I right? And I'm keeping them here.
And has the god of life said anything?
No. Frankly, nobody said anything. But I'm trying to set up my case before somebody does.
It sounds like she's already decided.
As long as I have another day.
Then why does it matter what she thinks if she's already decided? How fair is that?
We don't know
All
what
right.
we don't know what she's decided.
The souls belong to her.
All of them?
In the ark?
She gets everybody's soul or just the ones that are in the ark?
It's her job. She's just doing her job.
That doesn't make it right.
What do you mean?
You told me that the actions that we take are what make us good or evil. But I cannot defend myself by saying it's just my job. Can I?
Um,
Her job is to keep the balance of nature. When things aren't balanced, everything falls apart.
But that's not my point. You only agree with her because you agree with what she's doing. But my point is, just because that's her job doesn't make it right.
The fact that it's right makes it right.
But if he's doing everything he can to make it right and she still judges him on it, why does that
Well-
make it better?
that's because I'm doing everything that I can to be right now. There was a time when I didn't. And that's what I'm being judged for.
Then why didn't she strike you down then?
Well, because I also trapped my soul in the ark.
It does seem like she can't intervene directly. If
The
that's
main
It's
issue is
awfully-
that it's awfully what?
Just it doesn't make any sense to me. The gods, from what I understand, are all these powerful beings, but she's not doing this. She's not keeping the orders. She's relying on Nim to do that.
She's not the only god or goddess who's relying on other people to do the work for them.
I know what they
That's
do.
why they're clerics and paladins. That's why Ian's asking me to research why Nim is letting people who shouldn't have a connection to deities interact with deities.
Wait, what?
What?
He mentioned that, and then he just
He didn't
mentioned
say
that.
it that way. That's not what he said.
What part did I omit? So that I can clarify.
Just remind me again in case I'm misremembering. That's not how it was phrased last time. Pretty sure. Was
I
it?
did say that I even said that I wasn't supposed to be there, and the only reason that I made it there was because of my connection with you.
But I don't
And-
know if did he clarify that that's what he's researching, or that he was
Yes.
told that he needs to research that. Okay.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
wanted to-
And he even showed the Illuminati pyramid.
That's fine. We can just chalk it up to Nim not really paying attention.
Yeah.
That passive perception.
Yep.
Yeah. I even can't see you, Nim. Ayun doesn't know what you are,
Good.
but they want to know. And so I'm helping them do the research. Because to be honest, I'm curious too.
Well, good luck with that, because I don't even think I can answer that.
It's a work in progress.
I suspect the course of our travels might be rather eliminating all by themselves.
Papa, you're telling me that there's a chance that if and when the Raven Queen gets a hold of you, she would just outright destroy you because of what you've done in the past, regardless of what you're doing right now.
If she chooses not to forgive me, yes.
Why?
Mm, because I offended her, and that's her call. This is why.
Well,
This is why I tell you, if somebody does something to you, you have the power to forgive them or not. It's not someone else's call. It's yours. So I hope that if you're in the same situation, you can make the same, a different decision than the Raven Queen if it comes to it.
Did you know this was going to happen? Did you know there was a chance for this?
When I set out to do this,
Yes.
of course,
You
I
knew that
knew
the
what I
Raven
was
Queen.
doing wasn't good.
I mean, I imagine there's a lot of things that people do that aren't good, but to have a god just want to kill you?
Um, Mass murder is not. It's already bad enough that it was mass murder, and then it was soul manipulation on top of that. It's a lot. I was foolish.
Okay. Yeah, that is a lot.
we want to make sure we take the best case we can to her.
Yes. This is also why, just because you can apologize, you should definitely think things through before you do that. Like praying to a different God that everyone else is praying to.
I'm still not sure you did that on purpose or not.
I totally did it on purpose.
Not sure if I believe you.
But you think that I'm trying to avoid the Raven Queen?
Well, that's what you're telling me. Are you telling me you're not trying to avoid her?
I am.
A little heads up. Speaking of things we could tell people before we do them, you kind of scared the shit out of me.
Much different reaction to that one.
Didn't go on as long.
Im has made her way back to her room at this point.
I don't think him liked that discussion.
We promised to tell her the truth.
Oh yes.
Going to find out eventually, wasn't she?
Yep. She would find out. She would definitely find out if the Raven Queen decides to take me away, and then at that point, she'd have no explanation, right?
That would have been bad. Also, bad for us to try and fix the problem without telling her anything, so it needed to be said anyway. But yet let's just not like actualize the idea of the Raven Queen taking you away. How about that?
Yeah. That's why I prayed to Ayun instead. I was also curious what Ayun would have had to offer. I wasn't, honestly, I thought that it wasn't going to work and that I would just be stuck there waiting for you guys to return
Fair enough.
if it came down to it. She didn't ask about me?
She said we need to not just bring the souls back, but also bring her the cause of the problem.
So we bring her version 1, right?
That's what I was thinking.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah. I almost asked her if she could help us, like if she was able to intervene at all. but then I thought that might lead down a path that I couldn't dig myself back out of, so I just didn't say anything.
Did your
That's-
power to talk to ravens come at a cost?
She said it was a boon.
Isn't
Are
that
those
how,
free?
isn't that how the
No,
Winter Queen
no.
said?
Oh, you didn't ask
I
what it
thought those were
cost, did
free.
you?
I thought they were free. No, to be fair, I didn't. I just said that I wouldn't turn a goddess down because I was scared shitless. I knew I'm gonna stop making fun of you for not asking questions to gods. Holy shit.
I asked Ian so many questions.
Apology accepted.
I think Ian was growing tired of.
I'm also kind of assuming the cost is that she can kind of look through me. So
Okay.
Does that make you a raven now?
I mean, I could turn into a raven, and Korshan turns into a raven.
We should bring Omen back at this point, now that we're like...
Korshan lands on Nim's shoulder. So she said Nim has 2 ravens, one on each shoulder. Got him.
That's pretty good. That was high quality.
Hey, you don't have to tell me that you have to pee. You could just do it.
How late is it right now?
It's not that late.
Like,
I'd say it's dinner time.
Ooh,
mm,
excellent. I had to scry my mom. Like, you guys do whatever you want to do. Of course, I was to scry her mom. It's finally not bedtime.
Lowell's gonna go get dinner, I guess.
Noah will go eat also, and we'll check if Im wants to eat also.
Do you knock on the door and ask her?
Yes.
You get a muffled no.
Teenagers. Oh. Well,
Is it muffled because of her mouth is full of pastries?
no. No, I'm full, Dad. Noah will say, don't eat too many of those.
You don't think it's full because she was eating.
Okay. Then Noah will think that she's still bummed out about the discussion, and we'll have to talk to her later. He'll just go,
Ah, party.
oh, it's Marty.
Is he like
Nim
blocking the
going to
camera because
join
he's
us?
making out with Bex or something? Like, what was going on there?
I don't know. I have to ask him.
It was definitely that.
He's very drunk. Don't worry about it.
Ah, mostly drunk.
I guess
So I
then
can-
we'll go with Noah and Lowell.
Last supper.
I'll join you in 20 minutes.
You scry on your mom. She's having a nice, wonderful dinner with her father. Sorry, with your father.
Oh, it
Yeah, I
was
was gonna say. Okay, I watched them for 10 minutes.
Cool.
That's all I wanted. I'll go join my friends for dinner.
All right. Dinner is served. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of what you guys expected in the house. It's certainly better than the normal schlop you've had to deal with, but it's no 5-star course. Mostly because it seems like the staff just has never really been able to get back to where it was.
Yeah, then after dinner, Lowell would just go off and meditate and try and train.
Training is happening for you. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna go knock on Im's door.
You get a muffled yeah.
Can I? Are you free to talk right now?
Sure.
He'll open the door.
It's a bit of a mess in here. Like the blankets were halfway stuffed into her bag, and
what's Im doing? What
she's
What
just
is-
sitting on her. She's just sitting on her bed.
was her voice muffled because of the door?
No,
Okay.
you can see she was crying.
I'm sorry about the news that I brought up today.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I don't like to see you sad. It's the opposite of what I'm trying to do.
It's not like you could do anything about it now, other than what you're already doing.
I'm not really sure what to say in that. Your your mom's way better at these conversations than I am, but
Papa, I can't agree with the fact that no matter what you do, a god may just decide to destroy you.
yeah, that does kind of suck. Which is why I'm trying to do whatever I can to, you know, make my case more favorable.
Can't you learn what Nim has?
What?
If he can ignore the gods, can you learn to do that?
Um, no offense to your Uncle Nim, but as bad as my destiny is, I would not want to be in his shoes. You, it's it's bad enough that I'm on the Raven Queen's bad list. I don't want to be on every deity's list, and not just deities, demons, otherworldly entities. anything that has power probably knows about Nim.
But he's survived. He's still here.
He's still here. I wouldn't say survived. Your Uncle Nim and I have died like what, 2, 3 times now. I don't want to.
Mm. Papa, I watched you die once. I remember it very clearly. I'm not going to do it again.
You're gonna fight the Raven Queen?
If I have to.
Get us both killed?
I would rather do that than to watch you die.
Um, hmm. How about we have that be a last resort?
I can agree with that.
I feel like your mom also would not like it. Um, I mean, hell, I wouldn't like it either. But I mean, I want to make things right the right way. I want to avoid my fate the right way.
Sure.
That's also important to me.
Sure.
So that's why I ask us to leave the fighting the Raven Queen as the last resort.
That's fine. I agree with that.
I think a lot about what my life would be like if I had not adopted you. And as stressful as it can be sometimes, I never regretted it.
As weird as my conception was, I'm glad you did it.
We may not know what you really are, but I have a firm belief you are good. And good doesn't always mean perfect. Or I should say, good doesn't mean always perfect.
I want to do right by you. I also have a question.
Yeah?
You and Mom aren't going to have another kid, are you?
I don't know. Would you not like that?
I'm not sure if I could share the two of you with another kid.
Hmm. feel like you cornered me on this one.
You walked in my room.
You didn't have to ask the question.
And yet here we are.
All I can do is promise you that I would love you just as much as that kid.
All I'm going to say is if she looks like me, I'm going to have questions.
Hey, if she looks like you, if the child looks like you, I'm gonna be asking the questions first.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I won't ask you to stop crying, but hopefully you can cheer up a bit.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah.
What are you craving?
Pastries, duh.
So not gold.
No. Besides, the alchemy jug is still with Ovak.
Why?
She wanted to know. It's the only way I could get more casting things.
What?
I promised to show her how cool that is, and she agreed, and I got more casting items.
What kind of casting item?
I got more casting components, sorry. Enough
What?
for the legend lore. I mean, it's a lot, so I didn't ask for too much. I thought it was a fair trade.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to talk to Ovak about it. It's technically not done. It's only a prototype. So
She might have ideas on how to make it better.
I know, which is why I'll probably want to talk to her about that. I mean, you might want to join me. Have you
Yeah.
considered a career in enchantment?
Always.
I could always use an extra hand. Extra
And
pair
tail?
of hands, sorry.
And tail.
And tail, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're back.
Where? Oh, right. Yes. I am too.
Well, anyway, I'll leave you to pack. And as he's walking out, he'll grab the blanket from out of the bag and bring it with him.
Not the blanket, no, Papa.
You let your guard down.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
What time is it by this point?
After dinner.
Wait and see what everyone else is doing first.
All right, what's Coruscant doing? Because Lowell said he went to train.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably gonna go to bed, try and wait for Noah to come to bed before she falls asleep, and fail.
Are you going to bed like right after dinner?
She's exhausted,
She has
right?
2 levels of
that's right.
exhaustion.
Yeah, sorry. How long are you
So
gonna wait
yeah, I
for?
mean, I'm gonna try and like stay up in bed, maybe like use my book, like do things to not pass out.
Roll me a wisdom save.
You got it. I think level 2, it's just checks that you
Yes.
have.
Yes.
Disability checks.
Yep.
Yeah. So do I have a plus 10? 26.
Oh yeah, you stay awake. You're suffering,
Okay.
but you stay awake.
Yeah, she's gonna wait for Noah to come in.
Is Lowell going to do anything after his training, or is he going to bed?
Yeah, he'll just go to bed.
Okay. So Korshana and Noah, go.
Mm. How's Em?
She was crying a lot. There's a strong chance, well, not a strong chance, if the Raven Queen comes after me, we're going to have ourselves a fight.
Em won't be the only one.
That's what I told her. So I just wanted to let you know that that's a possibility.
Let's try and avoid it.
Right. I also told her that.
Even between she says a bad outcome and the fighting, maybe the crying and pleading might work. Like let's try every option before we get to
Yes.
that. Okay?
Yeah. The fighting was last resort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I told her I would like to, as much as possible, avoid my final death by doing it the right way.
Yeah. Well, I get why she's worried, but hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yep. Why are you still up?
I wanted to see how you're doing and how Em's doing. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm happy our family's back together.
Me too.
Okay,
Get some
good night.
sleep.
She's out in like a second.
Hey, Nim,
Uh-huh.
what you doing?
That's a good question. I think he was gonna maybe see if he could an associated item that nobody would miss, but
Roll me fate dice.
yeah, you got it.
That die is cocked. Damn it, Foundry.
It's cacked. That die is cacked.
Where'd you pack the cat? You definitely find something. You actually find gosh, what's a good one?
Yeah, I'll leave
Boy,
this up to you.
does Nim want something sentimental?
Sure.
Okay, you find one of your old plush toys that you had back in the day. Long forgotten and tucked away.
Yeah, because we lost the old one, I was thinking that he would look for one at some point before they left.
Yeah.
It's gonna go in the bag of holding, and he is not telling you guys about it.
There's a knock on your door
Okay.
while you're in your room.
Already answers it. Who, like,
It's Im.
I feel like it's only gone really well the last couple times this happened, hasn't it?
Look, I'm not going to ask you to do anything crazy, or at least time travel.
But you are gonna ask me to do something.
Is it possible to learn your power?
I don't No. Which one?
The one that allows you to mess with the gods.
I don't even know how that works, so I don't know.
Do you know anybody who might?
Trying to think if he does.
Corisa seemed to know a fair amount.
She did.
So did Peak.
It's a bad question to answer then. Fucking kill him if he answered it, honestly.
Come on, Uncle Nim.
How insightful does she seem? If you had to guess, how insightful does, or how wise does M seem at this age?
You were having a tough time. No, that's not true. Like, she was kind of picking up your traits every now and then, but like nobody in the party is really that insightful. Sorry, what's Corson at?
+9.
First is
Never
very
mind,
Plus
okay.
+9.
There are
I'm at
moments
+1.
where Im did have some looks that Coruscant given.
I think he's trying to gauge whether or not he would be able to get away with lying in this circumstance, or whether, like, how
You've never
easily.
actually lied to her before, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna have to lie in this case, regardless. It was just seeing how well it was gonna go, kind of gauging it. And this isn't something you want, and even if the gods, obviously the gods don't understand how it works, then it's gonna be very difficult to find any information about it.
Nim, I watched my father die. I'm not going to do it again. Please, help me.
I can't.
Roll me deception. Coruscant, roll me insight.
Of course.
28.
Yeah, don't. It's
I rolled a
almost
natural 19.
it's almost impossible for me to beat that, I think.
Roll it anyways.
You have a +13.
Oh my god, is Im getting all our traits?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
use a luck point just
Okay.
because this would be a circumstance where he would, but let me just mark that. And deception again.
Closer. Still no. This time I wanted you to beat me, Tig.
That's why you rolled high, because it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Nim, please tell me you're not going to hold information from me when my father is on the verge of being taken away from me by a god.
You know, if there's anything that I can do to stop that from happening, to know I'm going to do it.
Then help me help you.
I don't think this is going to help.
You don't know that. You also didn't think you were going to get in trouble when we time traveled the first time. And how did that turn out?
Obviously not well.
Please, Nim. I'm begging you.
Sorry about the long pauses. I really have to think about what you'd say. I got in trouble for that because I did something on my own without letting anyone else know what I was doing. And it sounds like you're doing something similar. And I don't think it's a good idea.
Have you noticed, Nim, how many spells I can cast and what I can do?
Yeah.
Do you think that's just going to stop?
I don't see why it would.
So is it better for you to just let me go wild and free and not understanding what it is I can and can't do, or at least have somebody try and teach me?
I thought you were trying to control yourself, and I thought that Noah and Korshana were teaching you magic.
They don't understand what it is you have, Nim. If I see that and I can replicate that, then what?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't think it's a good idea.
Which part? The part that I'm just going to do it anyways because that's part of my nature? Or the part that you're refusing to help me learn?
I think he's missing some context here to say some of the stuff. Sorry. This is tough. Wow. very helpful. I don't know how many times I can say it. This isn't worth it. You're going to see him die more times than that. I've seen futures and past events. I've seen enough things to know it's not what you think, whatever you think this is, it's not that. And it doesn't help the way that you think it does.
Then why are you still doing it?
Because I owe it to everyone else to see this through, and because there's still some people I'm trying to save, and I
Your mother.
don't. Yes.
What would you do? What would you give up for her?
Everything.
Then why are you refusing me? Why are you being hypocritical right now?
I didn't have a choice unless you do.
And I'm making my choice, Nim.
And I'm telling you, as someone who already has this, not to make it.
I thought you would help. I should have known better. She leaves. And that's where we end it.
Do we have to though?
I mean, it's 11:30.
Just 8 more hours, side. Just like 8 more hours. Please.
So we're playing on Tuesday, right?
I'm down.
Yeah,
for
next
that.
Tuesday.
I'm down for that. That's fine.
Yeah, works for
So
I
me.
think I said put it as tentative. No, today was tentative.
Anybody not? Does it not work for anyone?
I'll fucking clear my schedule.
As of right now, I should be able to do it.
Sweet.
I like
Whenever
how
I'm
everybody's
at-
basically gotten the swing of things that it's so hard to get a day to go by. Like I have to force multiple days to go by at this point.
I made a joke to in response to B saying that earlier, but it's like it's mutually exclusive. We either go day by day or skip copious amounts of days.
So
Yeah.
I will point out something I mentioned to Tig. There was a moment where I had an idea, but I was like, I really want you guys to like be able to just relax for a few moments instead of just like keep throwing things at you. Because I thought for a moment when Nim was like, "Fine, I'll pray to her," I was like, gonna have her just show up immediately right in front of you all. I was like, I mean, it'd be hilarious, but also like so stressful.
Oh boy.
Instead, I started messaging Silent like, I'm gonna see if I can get everybody to pray with him to see
Yep.
what would happen.
Fuck yeah, that was useful.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Are we
got
getting
yet
a rest
another
or should I
mission.
wait?
No, you all get a rest.
Yes.
Only one level of exhaustion now.
Hey Noah, we're gonna need to talk next time.
Noah doesn't know this is happening, so
Oh, he's going to.
Oh, good.
whenever
See, Nim can learn.
balls in your court.
So we're playing tomorrow, right?
I mean, that's what I have on my calendar.
Yeah, Sai, I don't know what to tell you. We all have it on our calendars.
That's fun.
Like I just
We're
scrolled
never
back
leaving.
and see so many days, and like the past 11 sessions have been 1 or 2 days.
Yep.
Except for last session, yeah.
That one where it was like 19.
Well, basically anything that isn't forced time movement, right?
Yeah.
Where we actually just like we do a thing and then we sleep. We must have every conversation.
Oh my gosh, though.
You gave us a child and it made us RP hungry.
I'm just gonna say it was like really, really difficult to keep Nim from like saying he would agree to
Oh
help
man,
with
I was
that. Like,
hammering some of those at home real
yeah.
good. I was like,
It's a very strong argument.
get
I
those
don't know
guts
if I
out.
would have been able to say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, me either.
The hypocrite line
Korshana
was
doesn't
like,
know it, but she's real proud of you.
I feel
like
so
he
proud for
doesn't
some
he doesn't
reason.
feel good about how that ended, but
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.